Welcome to the House of Cush, where the evolved hustlers come to learn more about astrology, rootwork, conjure, tarot, and culture. Today, we will be tapping into Saturday's energy with the Daily Cush Almanac, so hang tight. Now, if you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're an OG, you know I love you so. Don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe, guys. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You never know who can help. Now, let's get into the energy for today. Y'all know it is Saturday, ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is very much giving discipline, structure, mastery, responsibility, longevity, karmic accountability, and business foundations, right? Right now, we are approaching things a little bit differently. The Saturn day is going to favor more so your planning, your auditing, your strategizing, any long-term investments, contracts, infrastructure, like the back end work, your strategic thinking, your discipline training. Ooh, and if you're good for organizing, Saturday is a good day for that too. Now, this is not a good day for impulsive risks, chaotic launches, emotionally reactive decisions, and overindulgence. Today's message is giving build what can survive the pressure, okay? You are very much planting seeds right now that are going to harvest for the long term. And not only that, it's very much giving a full moon in Sagittarius tomorrow. So we are freeing ourselves. And if I'm not mistaken, it occurs at exactly like 444, which is legendary. If you are into numerology, take some time and look the significance up of that. Now, before we get any further, let's see. So let's tap into this. Now, y'all know we're going to go over the transits as well. But we're also going to go over the teams that could be useful for my traders, my CEOs, my founders, as well as my evolved hustlers. But we have got to check on this energy for today, and I'll give you guys the best time and strategies to maneuver and do certain things, even just on your personal time, because if you are interested in the planetary days and hours when it comes to lifestyle, this can also do you well. Now, the most useful planetary hours of today are going to be Mercury hours, which are going to be best for trading, communication, contracts, emails, networking, any sales strategy, analytics, and content creation, y'all. You're going to use Mercury hours for mental precision and market analysis. Another good one is going to be Jupiter hours today. It's good for scaling, visibility, sales, expansion planning, investor conversations, public launches, abundance rituals. And this is going to be very, very, very supported under this Sagittarius moon. Y'all know you feel the effects of the moon 3 days before and 3 days after. So you know that this is still, even though the full moon is tomorrow, it peaks tomorrow, this still is a very potent waxing, give this type of energy, right? Now, the Saturn hours are going to be good for budgeting, your legal work, planning, system building, reviewing your finances, back-end organization, and operational refinement. This is good for my CEOs and my founders that are going to be thinking about building more so a long-term infrastructure. Now, your void, of course, moon hours are very critical for timing. During these periods of the day, you want to make sure you notice that plans can drift, momentum can weaken during this time, and outcomes do become more predictable. Communication misfires increase, launches can lose a little bit of their traction, and trades can behave irrationally. Now, VOC periods are going to be better for your resting time, your reflection time, your reflection time, your editing, your cleansing, your maintenance, spiritual work time. This is good for reviewing strategy time, okay? You don't want to be doing no major launches, signing and reviewing no important contracts during this time. having any emotional confrontations, making large purchases, and impulsive trades, okay? The energy of the Sagittarius moon, it keeps the momentum moving for much of the day before it transitions later more so into the grounding Capricorn seriousness, that planning, that structure. So use this earlier time to get to it, okay? Cleanse, get everything prepped and prepared, and then move into, like, doing what needs to be done. Now, as it builds the lunar phase that we're going into, which is again Sagittarius, as it builds, this is going to be giving us more of a manifestation momentum. The market will start to react and we'll feel some energetic amplification. There'll be more visibility around this time and emotional intensity. This time period is going to be good for your action building energy. Now, the waxing lunar phase favors growth, selling, audience expansion, launches, networking, investing energy outward, attracting opportunities, and increasing visibility. Now, you can use this, again, like I said, to strategically expand with intention. So don't be like so against today, like kind of brainstorming and getting in your planner and really mapping out your short-term and long-term goals and how you're going to get there. Ultimately, it boils down to this next week and then moving through certain phases. But today is going to be a good day to tap into all of that. Right now, the time and strategy for my evolved hustlers, the best time to push is when the moon trines Mars, during Mercury hours, Jupiter hours, and waxing moon momentum. Again, best for launches, networking, trading, visibility, leadership, and pitching ideas. Now, you need to cleanse during the Saturn and the void of moon, of course, moon hours. My bad, y'all. Saturn hours and void, of course, moon time. And also during the emotionally heavy moon and Saturn moments, okay? You're going to use this for cord cutting, cleaning your clutter, your nervous system resets, deleting distractions, energy purification, and financial audits, all right? Now, the best time to sell is going to be during Mercury hours, Jupiter hours, and the moon trining Mercury hours. This is going to be excellent for your live streams, your consultations, selling energy, brand marketing, audience engagement, and educational content, okay? Again, you need to be more so resting during your overstimulated Mercury periods, after the moon and Saturn emotional heaviness, and again, the void moon periods. Your nervous system does need regulation today, and don't confuse burnout with ambition, okay? Now, this is not good for emotionally reactive confrontations today, because the fact that how Sagittarius can become more blunt and more careless. Now, the Saturn pressure can make words harsher than they're intended to be. If this is something you can't avoid, stay strategic, stay calm, focus on the facts, and avoid ego battles today, all right? Now, if you're into manifestation and you are thinking of tapping into that with this Jupiter and this Sagittarius energy, today is going to be all about manifesting for strategic expansion, discipline, leadership, sustainable success, audience growth, financial maturity, business growth, and long-term wealth. Now, the strongest manifestations today are going to come with, again, aligned action and structure. Okay, stay ready so you know how to get ready. Y'all know I love to say it. Now, specifically for the hustlers, the day traders, the CEOs, right? We do have a few things going on. If you guys want to start to get your notes here, a few energetic shifts that are affecting the market. But what's new? Now, collectively, moon-wise, y'all, we've got bigger visions, bolder risk. People are seeking freedom, market optimism. There's an entrepreneurial hunger like you've never seen. People are more, like, philosophical. They're giving very much Socrates, Aristotle, Zora Neale Hurston, W.E. Du Bois is being discussed. Booker T is being discussed right now. You get what I'm saying? People are interested in getting free, right? and they're interested in doing it in a way that aligns with their best selves, whatever that means. Today is also about future focused ambition, coming behind it. Now, beneath that Sagittarian confidence, today's transits are still asking for discipline, discernment, and emotional control. This is not going to be your reckless, go all in energy. We are thinking more so, can your vision survive the reality? Now, the dominant atmosphere today is shaped by strategic expansion, mental overstimulation, vision thinking, emotional impulsiveness, financial realism, and long-term positioning. Y'all can check out these transits and cross-check them with your location as well as your personal chart on astro-seek.com. That's what I utilize, all right? Now, again, today the moon is in Sagittarius. We're coming up on the full moon, as I mentioned earlier. So focus in on the energy that this moon amplifies. Now, emotionally, you can expect entrepreneurial drive, wanderlust, future planning, market enthusiasm, risk tolerance, confidence, and optimism, okay? We are pulling in the evolved hustlers to create more so of an expansion consciousness. People want growth, movement. They want to be free. They want bigger opportunities. They want more visibility. They want it now, faster progress, and they want more income. This is good energy for you to tap into your launching ideas, studying macro trends, strategic forecasting, public speaking. Maybe you're scaling conversations. You're focusing on marketing, content creation. It's big for networking too. Now, in the shadows, which is where we learn our biggest lessons, there could be potential for overconfidence, impulsive risk, gambling behavior, lack of follow through, and inflated expectations. Traders, don't confuse excitement with confirmation. And for my CEOs, don't scale faster than your infrastructure can support. Now, with Mercury sextile Saturn, this is a stabilizing transit that's going to save today from becoming just pure and utter fucking chaos. Mercury in Gemini sextile Saturn in Aries is supporting disciplined thinking, serious planning, focused execution, realistic forecast, intelligent structure, and strategic communication. All right? This is going to be elite energy for contracts, operational systems, getting it on the back end with the organization, business planning, analytics review, studying charts, investor conversations, refining offers, and improving your workflows. Today's success comes from balancing Sagittarius vision with Saturn discipline. Dream big, but calculate correctly. Now, Venus squares Saturn, which this remains to be one of the most important financial transits that is influencing the tribe. Venus in Cancer squaring Saturn in Aries creates a tension around money, emotional security, relationships, financial responsibility, business sustainability, and self-worth. The transit exposes more emotional spending, weak business structures, unhealthy habits, how you burn out in cycles, unbalanced partnerships and relationships, fear-based decision-making. And for my founders and CEOs, today is going to reveal where your systems are inefficient, your boundaries are weak, your pricing lacks confidence, and your emotional attachments are costing profit. You fucking with the church's money. Saturn asks you, can this actually sustain you long term? This is a powerful wealth building energy when you approach it maturely. Now, the market energy for my day traders, Uranus and Gemini continues to create vitality. The market remains mentally overstimulated under this Uranus and Gemini transit. Again, creating fast-moving narratives, emotional market reactions, sharp reversals, speculative hype cycles, and then we've got unstable sentiment and news-driven vitality. Today's Sagittarius moon is increasing overtrade, y'all. Impulsive entries, oversized positions, emotional confidence, and FOMO. This is dangerous if it's undisciplined. The traders thriving today are more so adaptable, technically sharp, emotionally detached, patient with entries, and disciplined with exits. Today favors momentum trading, quick execution, technical setups, strategic profit taking. It's not ideal for revenge trades, emotional averaging down, ego battles with the market, and blind optimism. The lesson, enthusiasm without discipline becomes expensive. Now, CEOs and founders, your forecast today is all about visionary leadership. You want to be networking. You want to be thinking of a strategy for expansion today. You want to be focused on audience growth, education-based marketing, brand storytelling, long-term forecasting, and scaling your conversions. People are attracted today to leaders who feel wise, optimistic, intelligent, adaptable, and authentic. This is excellent energy for podcasts, live streams, thought leadership, teaching, brand expansion, and strategic collaborations. But Saturn is requiring you to have some proof of sustainability. Don't sell dreams without structure. You got to be able to prove it. And the proof is in the pudding. The psychological climate, moody. People are restless. People are hopeful. They're mentally overstimulated. They're seeking freedom, and they're emotionally reactive. People want things quickly today. This creates impatience, unrealistic expectations, emotional burnout, overextension, and avoidance of practical details. For leaders, you want to ground your audience in strategy, not fantasy. And for my traders, trust data over dopamine. The spiritual forecast for the evolved hustlers is your lesson is expansion requires maturity. Sagittarius wants that freedom. Saturn demands responsibility. The universe is asking you, can you grow without self-destruction? Can you handle abundance wisely? Can you move boldly without becoming reckless? And can your system support your next level? Real wealth is not just attracting opportunity. It's sustaining it. Like, we don't want to hear about what you did. We want to what you done. Like, what you doing, period. The best uses for today's energy. All right, y'all. We're going to network. We on that today. Even if it's digital networking. We're going to market. We're going to scale our plans. We're going to study macro trends. We're going to focus on educating people. We're going to technical analyze the situation. We're going to business plan. We're going to strategically forecast. We're going to refine our systems. We're going to discipline our trading. We're going to focus on thought form leadership and audience growth. We are not going to spend impulsively. We're not going to gamble. We're not going to overtrade. We're not going to have unrealistic expectations. We are not going to scale too quickly. We're not going to make decisions emotionally. We're not going to burn ourselves out. We're not going to exaggerate. And we're not going to chase hype blindly. Okay? Now the power moves for today. You're going to study your long-term vision. You're going to tighten your business systems. You're going to trade with discipline, not adrenaline. You're going to review your growth strategy realistically. You're going to audit where optimism is overriding logic. You're going to network with intention. And you're going to teach what you know. Now, protecting your nervous system from overstimulation is heavy, okay? And you're going to let strategy guide your expansion, not emotion, all right? Today, the sky, the astrology for the business is favoring visionary thinkers, disciplined builders, emotionally intelligent leaders, adaptable traders, and strategic expansion. The Sagittarius moon wants you to believe bigger is possible. But Saturn wants to know whether you are truly prepared to hold bigger. Move boldly today, but move like you got some sense. Move with intelligence. And that's really the vibes. This the tea for today. Let me look into, like I said, y'all know, the full moon in Sagittarius is tomorrow. The guide is good. You guys will have PDF downloads that you can put into your personal grimoires for herbs, recipes for baths, things like that. It is going to be attached to this Haus of Cush full moon in Sagittarius guide. So make sure y'all search it up. Pardon me. But let's see. Search that up. We'll be in that cycle for a bit, so you will have the opportunity to do what needs to be done. And a lot of the things you can find in your local store, your home, a lot of things are also interchangeable. Now, some stuff you can't interchange for more important workings, but for typical stuff, there's always a herb to like substitute. Now, back to the transits. We've also got the moon opposing Uranus at 0 degrees. So be very mindful. There's a shift happening within the culture. And emotionally, a lot of people are feeling unrested. Like, a lot of shit, they just like, oh my God, like, it's a shock. You know, like a baby being birthed from the womb, rebirth energy, transformation. It's like everybody's really not with that shit. Okay, pardon my fronte, but they're not. That's the major shift for today. I think right now, if you are shifting and you're, as we talked about in previous episodes, now I told y'all it's time to pick your side. And certain guides and certain energies we're going to be approaching, and we're going to be making a stance in terms of how the next remainder of the years fall for you, personally and professionally. And now's that time. Like, it's time to shift, use what you know, and make that decision. Now, if you guys are interested in your birth chart, I would definitely recommend getting a birth chart reading. You could do it also for your business too. You can do one for your business, you can do one for yourself, but this is going to help you discover your path, your deities and guides that you can utilize. And it just tells you, like, the path that you're going on, and kind of gives you more of an open picture of how to maneuver through that. Like, what? And I just say stepping into your challenges and your shadows is a great place to start. Because that's where diamonds are made. And that's where you're going to get to take the most. Most people want to look at, like, their Jupiters, and those are important aspects. But that Pluto energy, we got Pluto in Aquarius. It's retrograde right now. Look into that Pluto energy. Look into certain houses. Like, all that's important. So, I'm just bringing that up because now more than ever, we're going through a lot of nodal shifts. We're going through a lot of very significant transits, like from signs, and I talked about in the very beginning of the year, if y'all want to check that out too, about the Pluto transits and the node transits and how that would shift in terms of like what we valued in society, what was interesting to us, like how we process love and business, you know, evolved hustlers, whatever. So right now, yeah, we shifting into a new identity, and a lot of people are choosing to stay, and you gotta let them stay. But if you're choosing to go, this is going to be a more like sensitive time for you. You're adjusting, you're molding, and it is like wham bam. So you need, I feel like, that direction. When I first started out, like, a lot of people don't know certain things about their path due to lack of information, or maybe like spotty information from our families and our lineages, for, you know, for whatever reason, right? And putting those pieces together is very important. Is really what I'm getting at. It's very important. Now, let's see what is going on with today's energy. Let's see what's going on. Alright, y'all. Alright, spirits, thank you so much for opening the roads for me on behalf of your tribe. Thank you so much for covering and protecting us as we go on this journey. Thank you so much for the gift. You know I don't abuse the gift. I honor it, I appreciate it, I love it, I respect it. What guidance do you have for us today in regards to the week ahead? What guidance do you have for us in regards to the week ahead? What do we need to know? This confirmation, lack of patience, lack of spiritual insight. Ooh, all right, let's see. All right, Daughter of Coins in the upright for the overall energy of the week. So to me, that is the Knight of Pentacles in the traditional deck. Overall, there's movement, slow and steady wins the race. There's also the energy of bringing offerings to the table. And I see an energy of community and sharing here. So it's like an intentional impact with that Pentacles and that long term, right? That's what we're focusing on. Now, in the past, let's see, past. Ooh, we got the Four of Coins in the reverse. Yeah, there's a lack of stability here over the past 4 years. Lack of planning, lack of stability, just lack of proper investments. Take it where it resonates. Can I get some confirmation on that? Yeah, Leo could be significant, and these are being exposed to you due to, you know, the need for things to shift. Sunday is very significant. The sun also, yeah, it's exposing time strategy with that Father of Knives energy that's coming out. There is something that could something you could be missing. 7 of Coins in reverse. There's something you could be missing here. It could help you with the process. Yes, there's instability. It's being exposed. Like, yeah, somebody's getting what they deserve, but time waits for no man. That's what I just heard. Time waits for no man. It's very serious going on business here. Present. Yeah, Sun of Sticks in reverse. There's a lack of movement here. Maybe you're afraid to do something on your own. Fire sign energy here. There's some sort of lack of fairness, or only God can judge me. Somebody could have done something illegal here recently, or very much risky, be it in the spiritual or physical realm. This could be a Sagittarius. Yeah, trying to balance things out. This person is trying to do this behind the scenes. 2 of swords, or 2 of knives in the upright. You didn't know this. Yeah, somebody doesn't want you to know something. Yeah, this person is refusing to help or refusing to give a handout. There's a lack here. 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Ooh, they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know this. They want you to remain ignorant to the fate of Taurus energy. This person is very hopeful, but what does this have to do with the collective? They're hopeful. Why are they hopeful? Maybe they have some sort of idea. And it's hopeful. Yeah, moving on. They're moving on from a situation. Could be something that happened in the last week. They could have lied about something. Lied to get some sort of help from a Mother of Knives in reverse. This person has been manipulated. Trying to manipulate death. Ooh, trying to trick death. Trying to get a favor. Scorpio is significant here. A rebirth. Somebody's death is going to bring forth a quick assistance. They're going to be lifting some loads for you. Some sort of ending. Could be either physical or spiritual, but whatever it is, this person, no. 10:01 on the timestamp. Yeah, because this person's a 3 of Baskets. They're not going to work with you. This is not what you think it is. Yeah, this is an Empress in reverse energy too. Ooh, a false leader doesn't nurture. You got to make peace with the fact that this energy is like this, okay? Whoever this Aries is in your energy, or this Taurus feminine energy, Scorpio here, take it where it resonates. You've got to be okay with the fact that you got to be okay with the fact that you're the first person doing it. It's also what I'm picking up. Like, you're the first person to do this shit, right? In your family, in your lineage, in your neighborhood, in your city, in your town. Chosen is an underfucking statement. Like, you have a responsibility. And a part of that responsibility is you recognizing that, okay, maybe you tweak and you change and you evolve some of the things that were done, right? But you got to be okay with this part falling off. This part of the evolution, this part of the rebirth is the not so fun one. Collectively, yeah, courting in reverse. Collectively, you are in partnerships and relationships from your past. Contracts are being broken because they brought forth, like Aunt Caroline in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And now that you've recognized this Libra energy here, now that you've recognized this, now you know which way to go. Now you know which actions to take. And it's got to be quick. Even within the next day, because there's a sense of instability here, a sense of not being able to get started or like truly plant your seeds, and you're not going to get what you desire, or you haven't been because of the lack of support. The shame here, it's creating a level of weakness for you. And maybe now over the next 5 days, this is going to be quite aggressive energy here that you're going to be battling, but you got to face it, and you got to face it with a aligned. You got to be aligned emotionally as well. Yeah. And when it comes to your beliefs surrounding the long-term work that you're putting in, someone could be saying that you are delusional, or maybe in the past you were delusional. It could be a sickness here. Somebody is not being able to offer some sort of assistance or money. It could be a Mother of Sticks. This is why this person is taking action, and they've had a hard time letting go of the fact that they've not been able to benefit off of this harvest, but they refuse to change their mind about letting something go in terms of a job. Someone could have lied and maybe they thought they were comfortable. Yeah, but they've been slowed down recently. They've been slowed down. Yeah, they're not making any progress over the past 2 days. Also, a Virgo is significant for you guys too. Somebody's been in hermit mode because a cycle seems to be continuing. A cycle hasn't closed out. This person has delayed making a decision, and now there's somebody being held up here. So we are having a conversation because, yeah, these people are trying to slow down your progress. So they can attach something, Capricorn. Yeah, they're going to attach something. It's time to make a move. Those might be moving on, recovering from a late relationship or a situation. Is masculine Capricorn energy that's around you. This person could have been quite stubborn. This could be a false business leader. There's also a Taurus with the Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, you walked away emotionally. These people are coming out in the reverse. They're not like high-level soulmates. They're very emotionally immature. They don't make wise decisions. And these are people that you could have been being friends with or been in a relationship with. Take it where it resonates, but this is an imbalance here. And you are being protected, okay? And up your protection over the next 9 days. You are at a crossroads when it comes to, like, what are you going to do next? Because in the past, maybe you experienced a failure or an embarrassment here because of these broken partnerships. Lack of family support, again, is also why you're unable to move forward. And maybe you didn't want to see it that way, but there's some sort of baneful magic here that's going on. And you need to be mindful, Gemini, okay? Be very mindful in your future. Yeah, under the moon, I got the moon card, y'all, Cancer energy. Under the moon, yeah, somebody could be trying to conceal something. Their plans maybe didn't work out, and they're trying to figure out another way to do things. So over the next 4 weeks, somebody could have been, they upset. It got something to do within a month, last month. Maybe they lost a battle here. Health scare. There's a mother figure. You could have intuitively known that this person was lying through their teeth. There is a father figure here. He is a fire sign. This person could be, they could be abusing their power, this person is going to be trying to extend some sort of offer over the next 4 months, and you need to follow your intuition. This person's battles are your battles, and yeah, this is bad luck. Yeah, you could be figuring out this person, they don't have any plans for you, not even long-term plans, not any goals. Now, if this is your business energy, I would definitely, hold on, y'all. I would definitely say watch any sort of reckless, like, reckless movements over the next 4 months. Okay. My bad, y'all. So if you are making any decisions, you need to be following your intuition. Heavy should be meticulous planning, because in the past and you didn't learn your lesson, and they saying they've been trying to expose something to you for the past 4 years, that something was unstable, something was just not fruitful. This is about what you've been investing your time and your energy into, and now also, you maybe were oversharing, overdoing. Is also what I'm picking up. Now I'm gonna see what the guys have to say. Yeah, strength, Leo energy here. Jupiter in Leo is coming forth, and I know we've been talking about that astrologically for quite some time, y'all. But yes, you need to be tapping into that. Ooh, I'm going to definitely post some things more about the identity shifting, the evolved hustler, because this is like real deal important times. The Fool card, it's time for you to go on a journey, moving on from the past, present. Yeah, Queen of Cups, moving on from the past, following your intuition, especially when it comes to relationships and partnerships. You really got to make very sure about the contracts that you get yourself into, spiritual and physical. Collectively, things are going to be moving along quite quickly over the next 8 days, and in the near future, maybe you could be again looking to avoid a tower. You will avoid a tower, getting out of some sort of financial bind. You'll be set here. You may be feeling like you don't know what's going on, or maybe you're just kind of impatient. But you need to keep your wits about you, because Page of Cups energy here, you are going to get what you desire. Keep it heavy. Now, your emotions are revealing some things to you about a King of Swords in reverse, maybe impatience, lack of planning, and you're being not forced. I don't know why I say somebody, a King of Cups in reverse. There's a fire sign masculine around you, there's an air sign, and there is a positive water sign masculine energy. I feel like these are aspects also of what you need to do on a physical realm, because when I think of feminine energy, I think of like in the inner of us, right? So outwardly, like, don't try to manipulate yourself more than anything. You can't cheat the hustle and knows how much you put into it. Yeah, this is a time of healing, Ace of Cups. This is a time of aligning your emotions with your mental capacity, right? Like Ice, he's not playing. Page of Wands. I feel like that's a very interesting theme. I always look at summer like the coldest summer. And if you know, you know. You're thawing out and you're getting ready, but there's a lot that you have to kind of let go of and freeze out of your life for you to have this healing. So there's a lot of emotional revelations under this moon, you know, under this week. Quick movement, things are gonna be moving quick, and you're gonna have that 10-10. You're gonna have that natural aura of people coming towards you, trying to extend you some sort of offer or opportunity. You have to have your discernment up with that as well. That's when you follow that inner, like, Queen of Cups, that feminine intuition, your dreams, right? That's when you follow that type of vibe. Now, let's see what the the oracles are. Yeah, there could be a loss from the past that makes you feel powerless, Aries, and maybe it's because you hadn't evolved yet. And that's what we're trying to tell you. Something wasn't working because it wasn't over. It wasn't time for it to end. We've been trying to tell you need to follow your instincts, wolf energy. Yeah, you've had a hard time adapting to the friends. Your friends maybe have a hard time adapting. There's a mask being pulled off here, Gemini. Somebody's lost a bit of patience. Their intentions were bad and they can no longer observe you. So they've been trying to trick you into believing that they've changed or they've come to some sort of rebirth and they want to create a new cycle with you. But emotionally, it's quite careless because you see how this person really feel about you, Cancer energy, and they are cursed with immaturity, with lack of growth. And Spirit says you need to they want you to forget that they've been bound. They're bound and they're restless as hell. This person could be sick and, you know, you could be being protected from this individual, like this person giving you something. They can no longer be cunning. This person is someone you don't trust. And they seem to want to collaborate with you. This person could think you're stupid or they could be causing some form of chaos. This is their strength. They're very immature and they cause a lot of chaos, but, you know, sometimes it be a chaos agent. They took a bad deal. Yeah, and they trying to keep it a secret. They took a bad deal. They trying to act like they good with it. Leo energy here, Capricorn energy, but they are afraid that they're going to get overtaken. So they're defensive right now. Scorpio energy. They're defensive because they don't have any more thoughts. They don't have no spirits. This person could be inspired. Maybe they were feeling quite confident, but they mean under the surface. They could seem like they a good person, but they're not. Under the surface, Aquarius energy, this is an imbalanced relationship. Yeah, this person has bad energy, and we are revealing this to you because we are unhappy. You are unhappy. This person hates, and you can't change it. Yeah, this is not a situation that you should be dabbling in or trying to enjoy or work around. They wanted to do a whole run. I don't know who that's for. Take it where it resonates, but for this week, they wanted to do an entire run for that. They were not fucking playing. Yeah, I mean, and that's what this theme has been all about, like the shedding and the removal. Like, how can you attract what you want? How can you do what you want? And a lot of it, again, it stems from, like, our personal lives as well as our professional lives. When you're evolved hustler and entrepreneur, a lot of that shit run hand in hand, you know? So where business comes forward, you know, also consider the personal. It's nothing wrong with being a little to yourself right now. Hermit energy. It's nothing wrong with it. Anything else we need to know, spirits? Yo, Page of Swords in reverse. Yo, it ain't nothing wrong with it. Yeah, because people aren't satisfied. They can't make peace with the fact that you are the victorious one. Ooh, y'all got the Six of Wands. They can't make peace with the fact that you're the winner chicken dinner. So you got to keep that is out your business. Keep them out your business forevermore. We on a need to know basis. Facts. Somebody needs to slow down. Don't accept every offer that's thrown at you, especially when it comes to working with people. People want they're in this for the money. So when it comes to your job, every offer that's thrown at you, you do not take it. Things aren't going to plan when it may be for an Aquarius, and somebody could be realizing that they are walking away emotionally from, again, this is a blessing though. Make peace with that shit. Leo energy here. You being guided towards something better that is going to be worth investing in, okay? Now, this person's lack of leadership or masculine leadership from the past may have delayed you recently. Lack of masculine assistance here. But never fear. 5 of Cups in reverse. This isn't something you need to regret, because in the next 3 days, whatever choice you make, it's no. You're moving on. Somebody's irresponsible, so they can't even fight you right now. This is your opportune time. Yeah, people are getting their flashback from what they deserve from the past, and this with you, business or personal, and it's like they can't even do nothing. So now's the time. No more looking back, going forward. You know, you want to know what's happening, you want to be into the tea. Well, book a intentions reading or a spiritual strategy session with me, and we'll see what's going on. But for the most part, you know, lay low and play slow, and that's what I was picking up yesterday too. Lay low and play slow. Mind your business. Do what you do. These people are too preoccupied with their losses and their failures. No need to brag. No need to do anything. They see you. You sitting in sun energy right now. Trust me. They see you. You ain't got to do too much. Just do you. And that's what I got for today, y'all. And for the week, I will be doing the month ahead forecast for the elements, so you guys can stay tuned for that. Make sure you turn on your notifications. Thank you, Spirit, for opening the roads. I'm gonna go ahead and close them. Appreciate that. And yeah, don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Tell a friend and tell a friend. You never know who can help. In the comments, what y'all got going on for the full moon in Sagittarius? Big plans. You don't have to tell me in detail, because you know the haters be watching. But yeah, I know things are good. Y'all have any tips or suggestions? Put it in the comments. Help your fellow person. You know, what type of ideas y'all got going on? If you need access to DIY content, check out my Haus of Cush Patreon. It's a digital grimoire. And we've got a few new things coming for the month of June. So get in when you fit in. Alright, y'all. But yeah, I love you, mean it. And my books are open. So go ahead and get on that list, huh? Link in bio. Chat soon. Bye.